Hi guys, welcome to day 7 now of manifestation inner work. I'm doing 30 days of this. So today's video is how to transform your life into the life of your dreams. So you already have a great life, but you're ready to take it to the next level. You know you're destined for more. You've always wanted more than everyone else. You've always excelled in more ways than everyone else. But now it is time to step into that dream life version of you, a step up from the already good life that you already have. We're not manifesting from a place of lack here. We're manifesting from a place of love, from a place of already having enough. But now it is time to take it to the next level of more. This is what I call the fantasy frequency, okay? So this is 4 steps, 4-step process. These are super simple, okay? I'm not gonna say easy, but they are simple. And those of you guys that are into inner work are gonna know exactly what I mean here. I'm also gonna give you some journal prompts so you can get to grips with all of the things that I'm about to tell you. So number 1 is to figure out, is your desire yours or is it someone else's? Because a lot of the time we think we want something, but we realize that it's a desire coming from a conditioned place. So a desire like wanting a fancy car because then we'll somehow feel worthy or more confident. We somehow won't be treated weirdly by people. And that is not your desire. It's someone else's desire. It's society's desire for you, right? Society teaches you that if you have a good car, then you've made it, then you're successful. In that case, it's someone else's desire and not your own. Obviously, it's not normally as easy as that, but when you start asking yourself, I'm going to give you 2 questions to ask yourself. When it's aligned, it happens. When it's not aligned, it won't happen as easy or fast. And when you do get there, you'll probably realize that this is not all that you want. So you may as well go for the end goal. So in the case of manifesting the car is a step that you think is going to get you to another step. So for example, feeling worthy and confident is what you truly want, and you think that by manifesting the car that's going to get you there. Well guys, you'll manifest the worthiness and confidence way faster if you just don't manifest the car and you go straight to manifesting the worthiness and confidence. This is what I'm saying. A lot of people will overcomplicate it, and also the car isn't going to make you feel worthy and confident, so it's not an aligned desire. So ask yourself these 2 questions, okay? This is manifestation inner work 101. What will I get from this life? What will I get from this dream version of me? What will I get from it? And I'll leave it as broad as that. You can write down how you feel, the thoughts, all the things, right? You decide what will you get from this life. Then ask yourself, secondly, what feeling will it bring? When you realize the feeling that you think you will receive when you get this desire, that will reveal if it's a true desire or not, or if it's someone else's desire or not. So if the feeling that it will bring is some sort of emotion that you don't have currently, for example, I will feel more confident or more worthy, that is coming from a place of lack. Another one might be, I will feel safer because my current situation is unsafe. That's again something that's trying to fix you. Rather than coming from a place of abundance currently, it's coming from a place of lack. So we want to always make sure we're manifesting from a place of love. And when it's someone else's desire, like your parents want you to go to university, so you're trying to manifest a university place, and really you're trying to manifest your parents' approval. But by manifesting the university place, you think that will therefore cause you to be accepted by your parents. And so therefore, the feeling of this acceptance is the feeling that you think it will bring. Then you realize all as I want is acceptance, okay? So that's great. You can manifest the feeling of acceptance, but in a healthier way rather than coming from a place of lack. And through something as materialistic as I think that some paper's going to make me feel that way. You see where I'm going here? So is the desire yours or is it someone else's? And if it's someone else's, what are you trying to achieve? Is it the feeling of acceptance? Is it the feeling of worthiness? Is it the feeling of confidence? In which case, you can give that to yourself. You can give all of those things to yourself right now. You don't need any external thing to bring it into your life. And you can get that faster by bringing it to yourself, and faster by knowing that you want the feeling and not the thing. You can get that so much faster than trying to manifest something that you think is like all the way up here, like a big car or a big university degree. You can ask yourself those two questions. So again, ask yourself, what will I get from this life? And then what feeling will it bring? Number 2, to achieve the dream life is figuring out if it's aligned. So going on, it's kind of like 1.5. Is it aligned, or is it coming from your heart or your head? So if it's something that's genuinely feeding your feeling of gratitude for life, and then it's not to fill a void. Whereas if it's again something to fill a void, then it's coming from your head. The effort will require so much more if it's a logical desire, because if it's a logical desire that's trying to get you somewhere, like we spoke about before, then your mind's going to come up with the how. Whereas you want it to be an aligned desire from your heart so that you can get straight there and there's no obstacles. And then number 3 is to figure out the biggest thing that's stopping you from having that life right now. This is where the shadow work comes in. So this is what you're going to journal on. This is what you're going to ask yourself, meditate on. What is the biggest thing that's stopping me from having this life right now? And trust the first thing that comes up, because the first thing that comes up, you guys know it will be your body. It's not your head that will come up. Your head comes up second and your head is louder. But the first thing that comes up will be your body, your intuition, and it'll be quite quiet. That's the truest thing that's coming up for you. Not your head. We don't want to go straight to the head. We want to listen to what's the first thing that comes up. This is why it's great to have pen and paper or your phone on you or something, so you can write down anything that comes up. So write it down as they come up. The first thing, even how quiet it is. Then you can write down the second thing. Then you can write down the third thing and look at them and say to yourself, have a look at them. The first thing will usually be the truest thing. The first thing will be the thing where you're like, oh, this doesn't really make sense. But considering it's come up, I'm going to journal on it. I'm going to really feel into it. And then you might have like some logical things that come up and you're like, well, duh, I know about those. But the first thing is usually the deepest thing. This block that comes up is going to be the thing that's pulling you back the most from living the life right now. And it can be very illogical. Our minds are usually very illogical. So for instance, if you're manifesting a life of abundance and loads of passive princess money, for example, you might literally come up with something really illogical where you're like, oh, it's not going to be good for my family because my kids are going to grow up lazy if I have this lifestyle. In which case you can be like, like, why would my kids, like, maybe some people's kids grow up lazy because they grow up rich, but like, why does that mean my kids are going to grow up lazy because I have the passive princess lifestyle? And in fact, you can start saying to yourself, well, in fact, the fact that I've done my inner work shows that I will attract and be the parental guiding role for my children. So they're more likely to become more like me than someone else. And then you can start coming up with the logical reasons on why this innate feeling that you have is actually completely false. You can ask yourself, is this my worry? Is this someone else's worry? Again. Is this a true thing? Is this a true fear, like a true thing that could happen? Or is it something that society has told me? So in this case, society's told you that rich kids are lazy. It's not your feeling. And who's to say that your kids are going to be like that? So that's something you could think of. And then again, you can reverse those thoughts, journal on the same thing every day, or come up with affirmations to put on repeat that are the opposite of that belief. So then, lastly, number 4 on achieving the dream life is the aligned action. So I go on about this loads, so I'm going to say it quite briefly because again, I've banged on about this in like the last 3 videos. But overlapping that life with this life in every way possible. So if you visualize not what you want, but who you are in that life, what you want, not what you want, because that's going to come from the logic and the materialistic side, but who you are. Who are you feeling like? Who are you embodying? What does that person do? How does that person act? How does that person speak? Who is that person? that you truly want, once you've realised if it's an aligned desire, if it's yours or someone else's, what thing's blocking you, then you can start taking this aligned action. This is when you can start journaling on what that is for you and getting crystal clear on who that person is. So I will always tell you, whether you're in any of my courses or on YouTube, always ask yourself, who is this person that has this dream life? Not, what does my dream life look like? What do I have? Who is the person? What do they embody? What do they feel? Who are they? When I used to ask myself it years ago, I was like, well, I'm earning like 10k months, I'm traveling, I'm just, I have a Jaguar, I have a passive business. These are all materialistic. Nothing wrong with materialistic, by the way, but sometimes the materialistic things are quite, societal. It doesn't mean I wouldn't want the big house. I still would like the big house. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's more aligned with me right now than if I didn't really want it back then. It wasn't a true desire. Whereas now I'm doing the elevation. Now I want the big house. Now it's more aligned. Whereas now, when I get to grips with who I want to be, it's someone that is aligned with her values, someone that's traveling, someone that has freedom, someone that's in her femininity, someone that expresses her creativity, someone who has the energetic boundaries, someone who lives her passive princess lifestyle. And that's why my life right now is already overlapping with my dream life, because I'm already doing all of those things that I want. Because why would I wait to then to experience them when I can experience them now? And that's exactly what we're going to be doing to take the aligned action, is when you realize all of the things that you want, through asking yourself, who is that person? Who do they embody? How do they feel? What do they do? Then you can start aligning yourself. You will come up with so much deeper answers. Like the fact that I didn't realize that I was truly not expressing my true creativity. That was a deep realization for me. I didn't realize that I wasn't expressing it as deep as I wanted to express it. I didn't realize that I desired really deep adventure and play and freedom. I didn't realize that. I thought that was just a childlike, a child desire almost, right? But that's our inner child wanting to play, wanting to come out from this and break free from this adult world, right? That's a true desire. Whereas most people, when they're manifesting, will create a vision board of the car, of the money, of the mansion, of the traveling, of the watch, of the handbags. And you can have all of that later on, don't get me wrong, but do you want it right now? Is it aligned with your next level self right now? And secondly, do you truly believe you can have that right now? Do you truly believe you can take such a big quantum leap and have every single piece of money, car and house all right now? Or do you not believe that if you had that right now, you would be totally dysregulated and you wouldn't know how to handle it? Does your self-concept align with that version of you, right? And so when you ask yourself these questions and you get to the truth, most people will just create the vision board and they won't do the inner work. So this is the inner work for the people that are truly here for the long run of elevating their entire life, rather than just here to manifest a bit of money. The truth is that you can manifest money over and over, but you will never sustain a long-term high income unless you elevate your entire being. There is a type of person that can sustain that type of lifestyle. And unless you embody that type of person, you're just being a person that manifests things over and over, rather than the person that embodies and magnetizes it forever. Infinite source of abundance. Whereas a lot of people in the manifestation community will just be constantly manifesting things over and over and over. How much energy does that take from you to constantly manifest things over and over and over? Wouldn't you just want to elevate your entire being to just become the person that is? They just get it without trying. That's the ultimate highest embodiment here. We're not in here for quick manifestation techniques. Okay? We're here to elevate our entire being. And that means getting to truth with who that person is, rather than what do I want to make me feel cool and get the quick dopamine hit, And making sure that the desire that we want is a realistic desire. Like I said, can you handle that jump? Make it a smaller desire if you feel like it's too dysregulating and too unbelievable. And then when you do feel those moments, do the in the moment shifts that I talk about in the masterclass. So the masterclass is called, I don't actually think it's called in the moment shifts. It's called the manifestation rubber band. That's it. I just literally launched it. The in the moment shifts are the things that when you come up with your desire and you feel those dysregulated moments afterwards, the doubt, the disbelief, can I really have it? Am I capable of having it? Am I deserving of having it? Why not someone else? Or if you're like me and you used to experience feelings of sadness because you're like, oh my God, what if it doesn't happen? Now I'm sad. Now I have this feeling of like in my heart where I'm like, oh my God, it's not happened. I'm not aligned. This feeling of dissonance between that version of you that you're so close to having, but you feel the sadness because you're not there yet. These are all things that you need to do the in the moment shifts for. You need to shift the block that's come up. That block that's come up is there for you to overcome, to unlock the door to your dream life. If you push away the block will continue blocking your path. You have to overcome the block to then get to the dream life at the end of the pathway. And by doing that, you learn to, so this is what we discuss in the masterclass. It goes on for an hour and a half. We do the in the moment shifts. We stretch our rubber band. We learn to regulate in those moments. We learn to feel the things that have come up, to question the things that have come up, to do the exercises to regulate ourselves, to then do the exercises to release that stagnant energy that's been building up in your body, and then how to get back into a feeling of gratitude afterwards. Most people will push off these feelings of dysregulation by jumping straight into a mode of gratitude. Oh, I'm feeling doubt. Quick, let me practice gratitude for the dream life and get myself back into a regulated state. Quickly, let's push off this emotion and start thinking and visualizing of my dream life, and then they wonder why they can't do it because they haven't got rid of that block. They haven't got rid of the bad emotion. So that's the manifestation rubber band masterclass. And again, I created this masterclass for a course that I'm creating. I'm creating a whole entire manifestation inner work course right now. It's not going to be out for a while. But anyways, and this was the class that I was writing notes on. And I was like, this is too good to keep away from people. Like, they need to know it right now. So I've literally put it up for £33. It's going to go up soon after the launch. And yeah, it was too good. I couldn't not just teach it now, because honestly, I combined all of the shifts that I've ever done to manifest, all of the shifts, the most potent shifts I've ever done, to make sure the manifestation happens and to make sure it doesn't slip away, because I've avoided the blocks. This is all of those things that I've done. So it's come from my actual experience to manifest my house, my business, everything that's happened to me. This YouTube channel, oh my God, I grew it to thousands of views within the first few weeks. So yeah, that's everything. So it was, is your desire yours or someone else's? Is it aligned? What's the biggest thing stopping you from having the life right now? And taking aligned action. Those are the 4 biggest shifts. You're going to hear them from me over and over because they're so important. You're going to hear it in the manifestation course later on. But if you want to do the inner work to actually overcome the blocks that are preventing you from getting there, then the manifestation rubber band masterclass is going to be amazing. It's so in-depth and so potent. But other than that, I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!